This is a story about a man named Jun, whose heart was too big for his own life. He desperately wanted to help people, but he never had enough money. Still, every single payday, Jun quietly gave half of his salary to an orphanage. He believed that even if he lived with less, at least the children would have more. His wife was angry. His son was confused. They argued with him often. "Why do you give so much when we barely have enough?" They'd ask. "Why do strangers matter more than your own family?" Jun never had an answer that could satisfy them. He only had his silence and his unwavering faith. Then one day, everything changed. Jun fell seriously ill. Weak and exhausted, he brought his young son with him to the orphanage. His son thought they were just visiting, but Jun had something important to show him. Behind a closed door, Jun changed his clothes. When he stepped out, he wasn't the tired man his son knew. He was a clown, with painted cheeks and a bright red nose. Jun danced, he joked, and he made the children laugh until their bellies ached. Even though he was sick, he smiled brighter than ever, and the orphanage echoed with pure joy. Jun's son watched, and for the first time, he finally understood. Helping people wasn't just about money, it was about bringing them hope. That day, his son's heart was changed forever. Years later, Jun passed away. He left behind a simple, dying wish. Help others. Once you are capable, his son, now called Jun Jr., carried that wish like a flame in his chest. He decided to help the world in a new way by becoming a vlogger, spreading kindness and goodness online for everyone to see. His very first vlog showed him helping children on the streets. He bought them books and taught them how to read and speak English. He brought them warm meals to fill their empty stomachs. The children, grateful, asked him, "How can we ever repay you?" Jun Jr. just smiled and said, "You don't need to repay me. Just promise me this: when you are capable, help others in need 7 times. Say this phrase 7 times and tell them to do the same." He encouraged them to record their own good deeds and send the videos to him, or tag him on Facebook, TikTok, or YouTube. His second vlog was made with a few friends. Together, they taught street children how to dance and spoke to them about the dangers of gambling, crime, and drugs. And again, just like his father, Jun Jr. spent 50% of his salary on food and supplies for them. He only gained 1 or 2 followers a day, but he didn't care. This was never about fame. It was about the message: help others 7 times once you are capable. But kindness comes with a cost. One afternoon, Jun Jr. saw beggars sitting outside a donut shop. Inside, he watched the manager throwing unsold donuts into the river to prevent anyone from eating them. Jun Jr. couldn't just stand by. He went inside and spoke to the manager and the owner. "I'll buy all of your leftover donuts," he pleaded. "Please, just let me give them to the homeless." They agreed. That single decision cost him another 50% of his salary. Now, he had nothing left. His vlogs earned no money. His entire salary was gone. The bills started piling up: rent, electricity, water, food. Feeling desperate, he took a loan from the bank, believing that someday his vlogging would finally take off. But instead of success, hate arrived. People flooded his comments, accusing him of exploiting the poor, of using children for content. They called it poverty porn. Heartbroken, Jun Jr. replied to them, "Helping others is an act of kindness. Why would you associate such a corrupt word with compassion?" But the reports kept coming. One by one, his YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok accounts were taken down. Then he was fired from his job, and then he was evicted from his home. Jun Jr. hit rock bottom. He sat on the street with absolutely nothing. A failed vlogger, a failed employee, a son who believed he had failed his father's dying wish. He hadn't eaten for 2 whole days. Suddenly, a stranger approached him and asked, "Are you hungry?" Jun Jr. nodded weakly. The man didn't just give him food. He booked him 30 days of accommodation, with a warm bed and breakfast included. He even offered him a job at his barber shop. Jun Jr. accepted, his heart filled with disbelief. When he looked in the mirror at the barber shop, he barely recognized himself. His hair was long and unkempt, his beard untrimmed. He had spent so many years taking care of others that he had completely forgotten to take care of himself. The barber cut his hair and trimmed his beard, all for free. Tears streamed down Jun Jr.'s face as he asked, "How can I possibly repay you?" The barber just smiled and said something that changed everything. "You don't have to, just help others 7 times once you're capable." In that moment, Jun Jr. realized something incredibly powerful. For 10 long years, he believed his kindness had gone unnoticed, that it was all for nothing. But now, at his absolute lowest point, kindness had found its way back to him. But this wasn't the end. It was a new beginning. Jun Jr. became a barber. He started giving free haircuts to the homeless, helping them look presentable for job interviews, giving them a chance to start over. Slowly, he returned to creating content, but this time with wisdom and a sense of balance. His followers grew naturally, drawn not by drama, but by his genuine sincerity. Jun Jr. didn't become rich, but he lived a life that was fulfilled, and he continued to spread the same simple but powerful message his father had lived by. The moral of this story is that true kindness is never wasted, even when the world misunderstands it. Helping others might cost you your comfort, the approval of others, and even your idea of success. But good deeds have a strange and beautiful way of finding their way back to you when you need them most. And sometimes the greatest miracle isn't changing the world, but discovering that the world has been quietly changed by you all along. Thanks for watching. If this story touched your heart, please share it with someone who needs to hear it. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories that inspire.